How can anyone know what is best for us in this useless life of ours that passes like a shadow? That's a verse from Ecclesiastes, written by the wisest king, King Solomon. If you read Ecclesiastes, you can see the kind of journey of wisdom. It starts off almost rigid and really wanting to dissect everything. And then it kind of gets to a point where it sees the tragedies of life. Sometimes tragedy is the outcome. It's such a dark thing to realize. And having that type of wisdom is a solemn experience. It does say in that same book that the more wisdom you have, the more worry and the more hurt. I've had some very Ecclesiastes moments in my life, and I think we all have. We can all relate. But there's one particular memory that I have from a few years ago where in the news here in Hawaii there was two students, young men from both Punahou and Kamehameha schools, which, if you know anything about Hawaii, those are the top private schools. Alumni include President Obama. These two young men were pilots, and they had taken up their little plane and crashed it. And for some reason, reading the news article and seeing the schools in there really hit me. At the time, I had been struggling homeschooling my own children and wondering if it was the right path for us, or if I was somehow letting them down with not giving them the best educational opportunities. At that moment, I, as a parent, thought about the heart-wrenching loss that they experienced. And I also thought about them doing everything right. It takes a lot of sacrifice to put your children into these private schools in Hawaii. What I felt after hearing this story, though, was very Ecclesiastes, because it just made me think, like, what's it all worth? What's it all for? Why strive so hard to be the best, to fit the mold, to do everything right, and yet this is the outcome that some experience? Don't let yourself become too righteous that you start to be resentful, or that you put God and other people in a box. There's a point in wisdom where it almost has to embrace foolishness again. Wisdom sprinkled lightly with foolishness is divine in some way, because the foolishness is the point of joy, where you can not let your awareness of tragedy, awareness of the uselessness of life, inhibit you from enjoying your work and enjoying eating and drinking and being with friends. Joy involved in the discovery of wisdom and in the discovery of the work of your hands, because laziness is also not building to the spirit. So while striving is like chasing the wind, just laying down is just like dying, not cherishing the days that we have before the dust.